always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. Jordan and Keith is Entertainment Tonight meets Access Hollywood.
I'm Jordan. The guy laughing, that's Keith.
Yeah, I'm Keith.
An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Celebrating the fact that they're having fajitas tonight for dinner, it's the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast with Jordan and Keith and special guest host, Pauline.
I'm back.
Guest host, do you like that?
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Very cool.
Special guest host.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is special.
VIP host.
VIP.
Yeah, she is a very important person, Princess P. So,
What's your favorite way of pronouncing fajitas?
Fajitas?
Yeah. Like it is, right?
Fajitas.
Me too. So what's our first news article today, Keith?
So, Mr. Matt Damon, also a.k.a. Jason Bourne. Can't wait for the new Jason Bourne movie to come out.
I love those.
Yeah, I think they're cool. He's like our American James Bond. I think it's very cool. So speaking of
Is
that,
James
and
Bond
James
on your
Bond,
mind?
Yes, it is. Yes, Matt Damon states that he believes.
Nice segue, Keith.
It was a nice segue.
Super
Thank you for
convincing.
that.
I don't know how you got that one out.
Dude, really? Don't mess with the flow, bro.
Okay.
Don't be hating. You're a hater.
Okay, all right,
You're
yeah.
hating. You haven't hated for 3 podcasts today.
Flow's still flowing. Yeah, no,
All
we've
right,
been pretty
so-
good.
Got
We've been,
this.
You've been hate.
So what did Matt say?
you've been making it easy to be hate-free. What did Matt say?
So Matt Damon says that he believes that Idris Elba should be the next James Bond. And Matt Damon, I already liked you anyway. I like you even more now. I agree with you. I think Idris Elba should be the next James Bond. I think he would be awesome. I think it would be a lot of fun. He's got all kinds of charisma. And, he's a great actor as well. So I think it would be very interesting to see.
Well,
So,
I
yes.
mean, I love him.
That cough was me going to say.
That's Jordan.
It was me trying to point out something.
What?
No, that was a real cough. I'm just going to play it like this, though.
Anyway, so I
had a
love
cough.
him in
Idris
all
Elba?
his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
and
great.
everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can see. I mean, I would definitely watch it just because I love him.
Yeah,
I watch
I think
all of
he's
his
great.
stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's what the cough was really about. I was
But
trying
then-
to point out that
What?
Idris Elba is perfect.
He is.
He is. He's great.
He is.
And
But
he's just
I
likable.
just think, I don't know. I can see why a lot of people don't want him to be James Bond because he doesn't, because it's like a character type. Like James Bond.
He's
that
supposed to be British.
character. He is supposed to be British,
And
and
Idris
he's
is
supposed to be
British.
dark, but I don't know. He's supposed to be like,
Not that dark? What?
you know,
I think he'd
a
be
more
great.
fair skin.
But
That's kind of like why.
But
I
the
know
problem
people,
is once you mentioned that he should be it, can't get it out your head now. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but unless you're
Yeah,
like a diehard James Bond fan.
But you know what? But here's the thing, though. Even people who are opposed to it, everybody. This might be the most watched James Bond movie of all time if he got the role.
Well, yeah, because a lot of girls are going to watch it just because it's him.
Well, and people are going to watch it out of curiosity.
True.
I mean, this is a guy. Who,
I mean, but if you're, I don't know, because he does a lot of action, so I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's not that I don't think he couldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. But
well,
I'd
just be curious to see if he could pull it off and do it well. I think he
I
could
think
because
so.
the other people they have listed, I'm just not really that excited
What's
about.
that one? Because I know a lot of
Your boy Loki, they want him. They're
James-
talking about him,
gosh,
Tom Hiddleston.
He's
I
not
don't.
big enough. For
I-
that.
I just don't
I
see
feel
him in that
James
role at
has to be
all.
Kind of.
Yeah. So there's So out of the people they chose, maybe Tom Hardy. I could see Tom Hardy. I like him.
I think Idris Elba. I think it should be Idris Elba.
I think so too. So
Why not
I'll-
Idris Elba?
No, I'm just
And for
saying.
Jason
I mean,
Bourne to say
I'm
that.
down for it.
Yeah.
I'm down for him to be in anything. He could literally be on every single episode, every single movie, and I'd still watch
You
everything.
think he's
It would
cute,
not.
that's
I do.
why.
I think he's perfect.
She's like, yes.
You know,
Is it the accent?
I mean,
Yes.
it's all that.
Yes.
It's everything that comes with it. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could see why people are a little bit, you know, iffy about it. I don't think it has anything to do with his acting or if he could or could not pull it off. I just think it's really
It's the
because
fact
of
that he's
what
black,
the character is
but,
supposed
you
to.
know,
Well,
yeah.
not just black. I mean, it's not like. Because it's a look and it's a type that James Bond is, and it kind of bothers me like when they kind of like fluctuate just in general,
Yeah,
like
but-
in any movie
yeah,
when
but
they
from
fluctuate,
Daniel-
like when I mean
But
Fresh
from
Prince
Daniel-
brought in two Aunt Vivs, like they should have just
And that
gave
was
her a new
wrong.
name.
That was
you
wrong.
know they should have
Yeah.
just been like,
Yeah.
oh, they
Yeah,
got
I didn't like
you
that
know
at
they
all.
got divorced. They
I
try
mean,
like they're gonna fool somebody.
But I think
you
James
know?
Bond, he's like an icon. I mean, he still can be James Bond. I mean, he can make another movie, but James Bond is everything. It's not just the man, it's the whole story.
Yeah, but when you go from Pierce
Brosnan
to Daniel Craig, that was a dramatic physical change right there.
But it's kind of like someone being a different voice of Winnie the Pooh, or someone playing a different Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying. I can see why people are like upset about it.
I mean, because I wasn't real happy when Pierce Brosnan got let go and they replaced him with Daniel Craig. I was like, okay.
What's the guy with the blonde
Pierce
hair?
Brosnan,
Daniel Craig
sounds like a football player.
See?
You didn't even know him.
It's the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't fit the look.
No.
It's not what you think.
He's the shortest James Bond, I think.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what that was about.
That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be
he's a good actor,
certain,
but he was never.
Just form that he's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
I mean.
I would have liked Clive Owen, and Pierce Brosnan said the same thing, but it just didn't happen. But it's cool. So we'll see what happens, what they're going to do.
I know. I don't think Idris, I call him
Idris Elba.
You're doing a good job either way.
So, well, he hasn't said anything, yes or no, I don't think, about
he's open to
anything,
it.
right?
Idris Elba's open to it. He doesn't like to talk about it too much. He doesn't want to bring attention to it, but he was very flattered. And if he gets approached, he said, yeah, he would do it. Sure.
I think that there's just a lot of candidates right now. There's a lot of names in the hat.
Yeah, and for me, it's only him and Tom Hardy. Those are the only two I can see doing it.
Yeah, I can see Tom Hardy, too.
Yeah, because he's dope. So, yeah, they're both great actors. Huh?
Just about pretty much everybody. I mean, Michael Cera had a turn with it. There's no. But
the guy from Homeland, the redheaded guy, I forget his name.
I don't
thinking
know
about
his
him.
name.
I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. We mentioned it in an earlier podcast, but
forgive me. Uncle Charlie, he had a brief stint with it.
So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe they're doing a lot of new things with a lot of movies. So who knows?
But I think it's very cool that Matt Damon was being that supportive. I mean, from one spy to another. I mean, Jason Bourne is great. When he decides not to do Jason Bourne anymore, get a new Jason Bourne. I'm okay with that.
Really?
When he decides not to be Jason Bourne anymore,
really, we can just get a new guy to replace
because
Matt?
You think that
because then it doesn't look like.
You're missing it. He would be like our James Bond, Jason Bourne for
It's
America.
Kind of like Spider-Man. We have
Bond.
3 different Spider-Mans, but that isn't just the fact that it's Spider-Man.
Well, I'm for Matt Damon doing it forever. I'm just,
then once he decides to step off, it just ends.
No, keep it going. No, keep it.
They'd have to wait like another 20 or 30 years because
it's my American patriotism.
Everybody's going to be.
I want to compete against James Bond with our own version.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
Got it.
I want to compete.
Got it.
Why is it always a competition with you, Keith?
Because you've infected my mind.
I've got a news story here. I've got something. All right.
What's
so
going on? Yeah.
Netflix grabs 54 of the Emmy nominations. So it's up to 59% more. Yeah.
Wow.
Talk about crushing the competition. This is a paid for streaming service, and they're killing it. That's amazing.
It's HBO still hasn't beat with 94, but that went down from their last year's 126.
Wow.
Where Netflix last year had 38, so now they're building up. And this
okay.
With a lot of Masters of None and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, they both have 4 Emmy nominations.
That's a great show, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
They're both. Have you seen Masters of None?
I haven't seen it yet.
I really think you would like that too. That's Aziz Ansari in that.
Oh, he's funny.
You know him from Parks and Rec.
He's funny. I like him.
I like Parks and Rec.
They also have 13 nominations from House of Cards and 6.
That's the show.
I do
That's
like
the
that
bomb.
show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and 6 each for What Happened to Miss Simone and the true crime show Making
That's
a Murder.
a great documentary.
Yes.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay, so I have one more episode on Making a Murderer, but I was watching it with my mom, and so we haven't. We're kind of like
hesitant to watch that.
It was really interesting. It was, it is kind of like you do. Well, for me, I was getting really like upset for him and certain things, but
Okay,
so,
but
I just saw the.
I was tugging at my heart.
I saw the podcast Serial.
Yes. Well, you listened to the podcast.
Okay, you're right. I listened to the podcast Serial. Thank you. Grammar is safe in another episode. Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead.
I just saw listened to that whenever I saw Making a Murderer was coming out, and I kind of got burnt out a little bit on because
really
that's the thing about crime and murdering shows.
I love
it's kind of like candy corn where I really want one, and after I've had them, I need to take a sit down and
start binging.
I love crime, especially true true stories and things like that. So I actually like
Those
them.
depressed me the
Serial was
most.
good. I loved Serial. And
Okay.
he's actually getting another trial. Adnan Syed.
Yeah, no.
Granted another trial.
I guess we'll be
So-
covering that as things happen. You know?
which is going to be really interesting. So,
All right. Okay.
yeah.
Have you heard Serial yet, Keith?
No.
It's good.
We've got so much to show you from this.
I know. We got to
this is a
open
real
a whole
learning
new world.
experience. Yeah.
Apparently. All right. Not a problem. But we'll talk about that whole new world after this break. So.
All right. We got to cut it.
Check out the show that's built on the MMA. From the UFC to extreme cage fighting, they got the fights covered. Check out the GSMC MMA podcast. Get the latest news on past or upcoming fights. Join us as we talk to and about some of the biggest names in the MMA, past, present, and future. When it's the fight game, there's just one show to check out. GSMCpodcast.com/MMA-podcast. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast.
Taking a nap there? It was like that boring? You just put it to sleep. Just a little nap.
The price
Jordan!
My heart.
Yes.
Why
he's
didn't
back
anybody
amongst
wake
us.
me up?
It's okay.
By the way,
My man's a little tired. It's
for
all
those
good.
of you wondering, that's the first thing I say when I always wake up from a nap, no matter if we're recording or not. It just happened that today it was convenient. So we're joined back with our guest host, our special guest host, Princess P.
There you go,
Oh,
Pauline.
you
There
got
go.
it.
I got it, yeah.
See? There you go. He's full of
And
surprises.
Keith. So,
Yes.
And Keith.
I know.
so what do
What
we
a
got
letdown
next?
after that. Gee.
No,
You know.
something kind of cool.
Yeah, so Iron Man got drafted. Yes, people. Iron Man got drafted. So what I mean is Robert Downey Jr. got jury duty. And he
Isn't that
is,
cool?
Yeah, and he served
They're
it.
just like us.
Exactly. I know, right? He served it. You know, he's an alternate juror in a car accident case.
I know, so he got like far along in the jury process. Like, it's not like he just went.
It's down to
You know
LA,
how, like,
yeah.
you go and then, like, they tell you, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he kept getting.
I would have loved
Through
to
the
see
rounds.
him like try to get out of immediately, just like going up
I
there and
know.
saying, "Hey guys, I don't know if you know me really well, but I'm racist, so
Right.
maybe you shouldn't put me on a jury," and just like try to get out of it in any way possible.
Something.
Well, here's
Yeah.
what I love about what they said. So they're like, so how did he get selected? So,
Right.
quote, everyone just thought he was a fair guy. He didn't make a big deal. He's a movie star. To the contrary, he identified himself and he said, I'm Robert Downey. He didn't say Robert Downey Jr. He just said, I'm Robert Downey. I'm in the
Here
film
to
industry.
serve his civic duty.
Yeah, so that's really
You know,
cool.
that is
So
cool.
he
That
didn't.
is, yeah.
He wasn't being a prima donna or trying to get all
Was it
attention.
like a murder case?
No,
What was it on?
it's just a car accident case. Kind of boring.
No, you
I
gotta
know.
have him on
Can I
something
ask you something?
exciting.
This is kind of jumping back a bit, but when you
What?
said that you would like to see the Bourne Identity, you would see a different actor play it, Jason
Yeah.
Bourne.
Yeah.
How would you feel when another
No.
actor takes Iron Man?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Robert being Jason Bourne. I was gonna say, no.
I mean, that's fine once Robert's done with the role. That's fine.
Okay, so
yeah.
because you're more
It's
passionate
happening.
about
It's
Iron Man, I
happening.
thought.
Huh?
It is happening.
Well, yeah. In the comic book, there's going to be a black woman, Riri Williams. She's going to be playing him because at the end of Civil War II, which is going
Yep.
on in the comic book universe, he's going to retire.
Yeah,
So that's
so-
fine. Yeah.
Maybe that's why we're seeing a glimpse into retirement life for him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
Just serving his
He just
civic
wakes
duty.
up every day and he goes to another jury duty. No one invites him, but nobody complains.
He's always
That's the
an
life of
alternate, just sitting
retired
there.
Robert Downey Jr.
just sitting there. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool if you're like.
oh, yeah.
But I'm sure. I don't know. I feel like
He has something to
Why-
prove. He's
Yeah.
given us 3 Iron Man films. He's been in both Avengers films. He was just in Captain America: Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
He's given me enough Iron Man. I have no complaints with Robert Downey Jr. He is forever Iron Man. So it won't matter who else comes after him. He'll always have that place like Christopher Reeve and Superman.
Robert.
So we love him. He is Tony Stark, literally. So he was really born for that role. Who knew? Who
interesting.
knew? So
Like
yeah.
Hugh Jackman and Wolverine, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I love
yeah.
Hugh
And it's
Jackman.
funny about that story because that part was initially offered to Russell Crowe, and he recommended Hugh Jackman.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, from one Aussie to another. Yeah. He recommended Hugh Jackman, and the rest is history. Isn't that cool?
Do you think that Russell Crowe would have been a better part?
No. He's a great actor, but no.
Yeah, me neither.
After seeing Hugh Jackman, he is Wolverine. Once again, once you do it, you do it. So,
I would actually really love to see Russell Crowe in just one.
Yeah, me too.
He seems
now.
Like it'd be a different
just
Wolverine.
Short, at least.
Yeah,
Well, because Wolverine's actually a short guy. But
no,
like
in a movie short.
Yeah.
Like in a movie short, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
just
cool.
just like a 45 minutes. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, it would work because of height.
Well, no, in the comic book, Wolverine's a short dude who wears yellow spandex. I'm just saying. Okay.
No, I mean, it is interesting when you hear about different roles and like who was supposed to play them.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
Who ends up getting it or turns things down for whatever reason.
I feel like Russell
I've got a
Crowe
segue on that one too. So
more drunk Wolverine, like he's got more like a drinking thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. He's more damaged. He's damaged Wolverine.
More damage.
Well, you gotta bring alcohol into it.
Why
would the guy be
damaged,
drunk?
but Russell Crowe, he doesn't even do the clothing. He just punches
Russell
people.
Crowe. Wait,
he's a great actor.
What did I say?
You love Russell Crowe.
Did you just roll your R unnecessarily?
I meant to say Hugh Jackman. I like him in all of his movies. Like,
yeah, he's a great actor.
Like
That's very interesting.
Not just in Wolverine.
Yeah,
he's good.
Me too.
Those, just not as Wolverine.
So what was that great segue?
The great segue I have, speaking of people who are cast for one role and that was originally offered to someone else,
right?
The Heat.
Yes.
That comedy with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm really excited about this.
I saw it twice in a row. Like I was movie hopping.
Yeah, so it was. I guess they originally wanted Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Okay, see, I'm actually really glad that did not happen.
Me too.
Because I feel like that would not have worked.
No, not at all.
I really
not
don't.
at all.
Why wouldn't it work? Because
first of all,
Amy Poehler.
They're funny,
Tina
but not
Fey
that type of funny.
But not
though.
for that movie.
Not for that film.
Because you have
that
to have.
wasn't gonna work.
I mean, sometimes when Tina kind of acts like the awkward, I feel like it's kind of forced. Where I feel like Sandra Bullock when she acts awkward, I just feel like she's probably a really awkward person.
Right? It's a better part.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'm with Pauline on that.
I don't feel like she's trying. So
I'm with you
in
on
the
that.
movie Heat, when she's kind of like kind of awkward and like
with the
she's
Spanx,
like the goody two shoes. Like I feel
cute.
like she wasn't like I don't know Tina. I just feel like sometimes she overdoes to show that she's trying to be awkward and trying to make it quirky.
I agree. And sometimes she can get a little one dimensional sometimes with her acting. Just, I like Tina Fey. Don't get me wrong. I like her.
Right. No. In Sisters, they were together in Sisters, and I loved Sisters.
See, I didn't watch it. I had
funny.
no desire to watch that.
I was supposed to see it with my sister. I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened. The irony in that, right?
But
what's going on with that?
So she couldn't make it, and you just saw it alone.
I went with my mom. I mean,
that's cool.
You picked a favorite. Everyone.
Oh, your sister totally owed you on that one. You should roast her on that one. Dude.
So we'll see. But I did like Sandra Bullock and Melissa
McCarthy.
The Heat.
Oh, they were great. They were funny.
And that was Paul Feig's decision.
Right. Mm-hmm.
To do he wanted to do something with Melissa McCarthy in it.
Because she's great. She's awesome, dude.
I feel like we should have really trusted him with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It seems like he kind of makes really good decisions, film-saving decisions.
Seems
like we should have had a little bit more faith in Paul Feig not to mess up Ghostbusters.
Well, we haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I do need. I haven't seen that one. I don't think I'm gonna go.
Why? It looks funny. Melissa McCarthy.
I mean, I know.
And Kate McKinnon.
I know.
So yeah.
What's your thing?
I just
Thor's
so we've been kind of talking about
Mr.
this
Man-Candy,
a lot.
Right?
I don't like it when they change the characters like that, and they just that's a huge change. Like a huge change. I don't know.
They're trying to reestablish the brand,
right?
So.
True, but I don't know.
Well, I will say
is there
this
any
though.
old characters?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if there's any cameos.
Right.
That's
what I'm
Bill
saying.
Murray, I think, is doing a small part.
Dude,
I just feel like
why would you do that?
It's news. It's entertainment news.
True. I mean, it's in it. I mean, I don't know. I guess people would know.
I mean,
you can look it up and see.
Well, my point was the fun part is finding that out when you watch it. The surprising part.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Spoiler.
It's entertainment news. It's all spoiling here.
Oh, so I didn't want to know that. I want to wait till I watch the film.
Now you know.
I'm
sorry about it.
Dude.
That's the price of having a podcast, Keith. You got to know some things you don't.
You got to be up on game.
This guy. But no. So I will say this though about Ghostbusters in that film. Mm-hmm. There's not too many female action hero movies.
That's why I feel like they should have just made a new one.
Well, I mean,
trying
but
to resurrect Ghostbusters.
But it's just a
with all
reboot, and they're just but you know what? But I want to encourage you to watch it anyway because you might enjoy it.
I will see it eventually, but it's not going to be in the movie theater. There's probably
So not when it really counts for weekend gross. I'm not going to support you.
I'd rather see.
What if someone like offered to like
Take you
for,
to
like,
see it.
for free?
I
and,
would
like,
probably be like, let's go see something different.
even then.
Like,
So it's
Wow.
I don't know.
That went down even so when we're
honestly,
left.
unless it was like my niece or my nephew, because I
That
just
wanted
I
to
can't-
see it
yeah,
and they're
then I'd be
pressuring
like,
you.
Okay, let's go.
But that's bad because you could say that with a kids movie you didn't want to see, like a.
But I love
It
how
kind of is a kids movie I don't want to see, but I love kids movies. I just
But-
don't like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but I
like
love
this one.
how
okay, but-
strong your stance is.
I'm
You're
just
like
not
really
with
like
it.
even
Like,
for
when
free.
I
You're
first
like no.
saw the trailer, I was like, no.
I disagree.
Well, no, I respect that though. I respect that because you like the original. You like
Yeah.
that was preserved for you. That's fine.
And it's
I can
just-
dig it.
Or just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out out of curiosity. That's why I'm going. And like I
Let me
said,
know. Let me
you
know how it goes. It might be good.
and I love Melissa McCarthy. And you know, I do.
Yeah, I
So-
like her.
We've got one more thing to cover though.
Well, we have a
right here.
break, dude. So we
Oh.
gotta go to break.
Oh God! But I really wanted her to hear.
So Princess P has to go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
See,
though.
that's
It's
what
a
you
lot
guys
of
get for
fun.
being so mean to me.
Aw.
Cut out early.
Oh, don't say it
I'm
like
just
that.
kidding. Thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Thank
it was
you.
fun,
Thank
yeah.
you for being here.
I
We
know.
appreciate it. You're
you guys
awesome.
let me just do my thing. Give
Yes.
me
You were
opinion.
able to help
Yeah.
us just talk about Ghostbusters for like 7 minutes.
No,
Like,
it's
I
good.
don't
We're
know.
really
good.
cool.
We're
So
good.
right
on. Yeah.
I wish I can end it, but maybe I'll come back. You know?
Yes, we'd love to have you
Definitely.
back.
We'll
I'd love
see.
to
We'll
have
see how
you.
it goes.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pauline.
We'll find out if
Princess
you're popular
P
or not.
So
and the
dope.
place to be.
Oh,
there you
am
go.
I know.
I
Let's
just
see.
rhymed.
I wonder.
A handshake goodbye.
A handshake goodbye. We got to cut out to a break anyways. This is the
right.
perfect time to part, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Party
Okay.
and dip.
There you
Get
go.
outta
Leave
here.
before it's time to clean up.
Seriously, go.
That's how you roll. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Show up, showcase,
See,
dip
you
out,
ain't right. That's how you
know?
party.
Let
I
people
got
miss you. Let people miss you.
Okay, all right.
If you saw me, you saw me. You didn't, you didn't. I don't know what to tell you.
There it is.
So when we come back, we're going to be talking about Quentin Tarantino. Just me and Keith, sadly, but you guys hang in there. No, no.
good.
Don't say it like that.
They probably want the originals. I was
gonna
talking
be
this
great.
entire day about originals, and I,
Oh,
gotta
there
take it
is.
back to the
Oh,
originals.
we appreciate that. But we like some welcome additions. So thanks, Princess P.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Oh my God! Welcome back to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast.
Yes, welcome back.
With Jordan and Kurth.
Keith, man.
Keith.
You love butchering my name, dude. What's
So
that
easy.
about?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
now without Pauline, we're gonna have to try to do the show on our own, which is something we've never done before. So this is very nerve-wracking.
What? Yeah, right.
We can just ask the audience to just wish us luck as we go through. This is going to be the wrap of it. You got any new
Yes.
stories for us?
Yes. So, two best friends who have Down syndrome have made a epic zombie movie. So I think that's really cool. So in Providence, Rhode Island, these two guys, Sam Suckman or Suchman and Maddie Zufeet, they're both 20. They have Down syndrome. And, you know, that didn't stop them from fulfilling their dream. You know, quote from one of them, Down syndrome causes us to think slower than others, but we don't let that get in the way. That's what
That's
Sam
really
says.
cool.
He says, because we're naturally amazing. So yeah, so their movie is called Spring Break Zombie Massacre, and it premiered in Providence last week. And they've been invited to several film festivals in North America.
They're even going on Conan O'Brien, huh?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So I'm real happy. I think that's awesome, and it goes to show you that no one should try to hinder you from doing your dreams. So in the
movie, they play brothers.
Yes.
They're two cool guys with bionic powers, capable of saving humanity forever, while the devil tries to steal their powers.
Yes.
So
chases them all throughout high school on spring break.
That sounds incredibly interesting.
Yes.
I would really love to see this movie.
I really want to see it too. And apparently the devil is turning bullies into zombies and demons to help him on his quest.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. And they've been seen chugging soda a lot in the movie, which is something they both love doing. They met about 5 years ago, and they did a Kickstarter. Wait, no, they started working on the movie about 5 years ago, and they started a Kickstarter campaign.
Right.
Kickstarter, the raising. And they raised $70,000 for this movie. So
that's amazing.
I'm really excited to see what this looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is so cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And, they got someone to direct the film, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Too.
They're already planning for a sequel, too, so I hope this gets mass release so we can check this out soon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So I'm excited. I want to see the film, too, really bad, because I just out of curiosity, But, yeah, so basically.
No, it sounds good. I think I want to see anything that involves kids with bionic powers beating the devil while chugging soda.
Right?
That sounds like the most interesting thing.
Yes.
So I'm excited. We're going to have a lot of fun watching that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And by the way, so the one guy, Mr. Sukman, if I'm saying his name right, I don't want to butcher his name.
I think you're doing good.
Okay.
A for effort, bud.
I appreciate that. So his older brother, Jesse, is a high school friend of filmmaker Bobby Carnival, and he got Bobby to direct the film for him. So, yeah. So, and it's the editor is Tim Forster and the producer is Susie Beck. So, this really happened. So this is really cool. And people, Bobby states, quote, "Every day I learn something about life, about humanity, people, about what's important." It says it really was a life-changing experience for me and for everyone that came to meet Sam and Maddie, unquote. So, yeah, so he was moved by what they were doing, too. So that's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Speaking of directors.
Yes. Oh, Quentin great segue. Great segue, right? Jordan. So, yeah, Mr. Quentin Tarantino apparently states that he wants to retire from filmmaking business after he has completed 2 films.
This is heartbreaking.
2 more films after he's completed 10 films total. Excuse me. Yes.
That's heartbreaking, right?
I mean, yes to no. I mean, it's cool for a director to have 10 movies. So, if Quentin feels like he doesn't have any more
10 good movies.
No, I agree. If Quentin feels like he doesn't have any more fire in his belly after making 2 more films, I don't want him to make movies that are going to suck.
Well, then I'm disappointed that he has no more fire in his belly. I'm just
he still has some fire in his belly. He's going to do 2 more films. So, he was in Jerusalem in the ceremony where they're honoring him for his filmmaking. And he spoke about that, how he's going to do 2 more movies. It'll be 10, and then he'll be done. Then he'll retire at that point. So, yeah. So we'll see if he sticks to that or not. So, it was the Jerusalem Cinematic or Cinematech. They presented Pulp Fiction, so he aired Pulp Fiction to this crowd in Jerusalem at this, and he talked about it, his relationship with the actors from the film and what it's like to be a director and what his directing style is like. And then they asked him a few tough questions about why he only wants to make 10 movies. There was a theory he heard from a podcast about how he makes movies in 3s and how he actually enjoyed what the person said about that and how there might be something to it. That he'll do 2 films and then there'll be a 3rd film that's loosely related that kind of maybe negates or undoes kind of the first 2 that he did.
I could see that. Yeah, that is really interesting. So,
yeah. So,
and the list is Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2, and
yes.
Death Proof.
Yes.
Inglourious Bastards, Django, and Hateful Eight. So,
and those are great films. Yeah, I mean,
I can kind of see these kind of existing in that three kind of world. You
yeah.
know?
So I think it's cool.
They have a certain pacing that they all kind of share together.
Yes.
And that they all have different from each other. So I mean,
Yes.
with Tarantino, I think he's an amazing film director. I'm really disappointed that there's only 2 left. He said that there might be a chance though that there'll be more later on.
Well, yeah, when he gets older.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to compare that to any of the.
I get it. Yeah.
New movies, it wouldn't be anything like it. It'd be something for a different show.
Well, because you're in a different time and space,
Yeah.
So, but now also what I want to say about Mr. Tarantino is that don't forget he's also produced films. Like he re-released for American distribution Chungking Express, Rolling Thunder Productions, his production company. So he's put his name to other films as a producer as well. So there are Killing Zoe, which is a film that Roger Avery, his writing partner from Pulp Fiction, directed for him. I mean, that's a film that Roger Avery directed and Quentin produced. That stars Eric Stoltz and stuff. So, I mean, there's some other off-the-wall stuff that Quentin's been tied to that people just don't know about. And don't forget, the Natural Born Killers movie was based off a screenplay that Tarantino wrote. Excuse me, a story that Tarantino wrote. Not the screenplay, but the story. Don't forget, True Romance was his screenplay.
Have you seen Hateful Eight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You loved Hateful Eight?
It's classic. Yeah. It was nice to finally see him use Samuel L. Jackson as a main character.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And that was a great film. So I didn't see it in 70 millimeter. I gotta see it on DVD if that's available because I want to see the difference. I think there was bonus footage that I missed. So
I'm sure it's a Tarantino movie. There will be other showings later on in life.
Well, I'm going to buy that. But no, his dialogue is good.
Yeah.
Quentin did his thing. He's definitely part of a new genre and the new school directors. He deserves all the accolades that he's getting. So,
he does, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got good feelings.
Never say never, as they say, even though I just said it twice, but
Never say never, except for those 2 times.
Yeah. Right? Well, sir, I think that's about it for the show.
That's it?
Dude.
We're leaving now?
Yeah, man. It's time to get out of here.
All right, yeah.
So much love to Princess P, Pauline, for hanging out with us
today. We had a lot of fun with you, Pauline.
Yes,
yeah.
We got love for you. So thank you for being a part of our Entertainment Podcast family. So, and as always, you can like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Catch us on Google Play, SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And it is GSMCpodcast.com.
Perfect, yeah.
And he is
Jordan.
I am Keith, and see you somewhere out in space.
See you guys later.
Yep, bye.